Welcome to the Spectrum Podcast, where we roll the dice on all of our random favorite subjects. I'm Christos Constantine, and this here is Jack.
Hi, how are you?
So we're going to be in a new studio, and we're going to be talking about the X-Men.
Yes. Actually, yesterday was the first release of Season 2 of X-Men 97, July 1st.
Never knew that.
Yeah.
I haven't been keeping up with Disney and Marvel stuff lately.
Well, that's all right. I find that the X-Men relate to today because, given the world we live in today, in a world of bigotry and misunderstanding and pride, I guess you could say it's a reflection of our world.
Yeah, but that was a different time.
I mean,
think about it. The X-Men came out in the 60s when the civil rights movement was at its peak.
Yes, that's actually where Stan Lee got the idea.
Yeah, but times have changed since then. It's not just about, getting two races not getting along. That stuff is in the past.
I mean, I suppose that's true. There was a time when tolerance wasn't accepted. For example, this boy named Maximus Lencher, otherwise known as Magneto, was a survivor in World War II when his parents were being taken away, and just when he reached out to them, the gates started to bend, and that's when his powers came to fruition, and that is one example of why he hates humanity.
Yeah, and that wasn't the only time he sustained trauma.
I mean, that's true.
It's not like an automatic switch was flipped in where he decided, oh yeah, now I'm going to start being evil because I can, because I have magnetic superpowers. No, there was a reason why he decided to turn evil.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't want the same thing to happen to his people. Well, mutants.
Who would?
Exactly. And, some of those mutants in the Marvel Universe don't have any rights. Like, some of them are experimented on, some of them are used as weapons.
Yeah, Weapon X.
Yeah. Actually, that's something I wanted to cover. Weapon X was actually the reason why Wolverine lost his memory in the first place. See, when they were experimenting with him, not only did they give him metal claws, but they also gave him amnesia, so he remembers nothing about his life or what he's done in the past, if you will.
Yeah, because he's the one who wanted to become, Weapon X wanted him to become the perfect weapon.
And they succeeded.
In a way, they did. But not all hope was successful, because Wolverine did get his memories back time and time again, even if it is just temporarily.
Yes, and there are some parts of his past he's better off not knowing.
Yeah.
And in another topic, Professor X, Charles Xavier, if you will, he's a lot like Martin Luther King. See, because he dreams of a world where mutants and humans are equals. Just like Martin Luther King imagined that all races could come together as equals.
Yeah, that's true. That's what inspired the feud between Magneto and Professor X. It's like a parallel to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
Yeah, I've heard that kind of thing before. And honestly, Magneto does only what he can for his people, but even if it means violence.
Yeah, they're no gods.
I mean, that's true. Although he does kind of go on about how they're the superior species over mankind sometimes.
I mean, I understand why. I mean, I think if you had the ability to manipulate metal with your mind, or regenerate super quickly, or be able to shoot laser beams from your eyes, or have any X-Men power, you probably would feel superior too.
I mean,
and so would I. But
no argument there. Some of the X-Men started out in the 60s, for those of you that don't know. And they were the first ones were Angel, Iceman, Beast, Jean Grey, and Cyclops.
Oh yeah. Jean Grey and Cyclops, they were complex.
Yeah, they've had a complicated relationship when it comes to, being normal.
Yeah. Don't even get me started when Wolverine decided to enter the picture.
I mean, yeah, he did come between them. And there was that whole that whole thing with the Phoenix saga, where they tried to rescue some people, and
Yeah, but I think, actually the Phoenix is not just attracted to Jean Grey. There's also Rachel Grey, Hope Summers, Firehead. The Phoenix has a thing for redheads.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's sort of true.
Yeah.
But not all mutants are bad, but not all mutants are good. And some of them have teamed up with Magneto. These members have come to known as the Brotherhood of Mutants, including Toad, Polaris, the Blob, Sabretooth, Mystique.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys.
Yeah. I mean, they're like the X-Men, but evil, sort of.
The reverse antithesis of the X-Men.
Yes, exactly. And in one of the famous storylines, Days of Future Past, an example is set by mutants. And in the future, these giant mutant hunting robots called Sentinels have taken over the future, and they have deemed themselves rulers, if you will, to all mutant kind.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I remember that story.
It was a pretty good movie, too, actually, to be honest.
You know what I wish they would make an adaptation of?
What's that?
What was that one storyline where the mutants took over the world, and then thanks to manipulation from what was it, Scarlet Witch?
Oh yeah, House of M.
Yeah, I forgot the name there.
Yeah.
And then it all ended with Scarlet Witch being mad, and we no more mutants, and then poof.
Yeah, that was ugly.
It was a good story though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. All in all, yes. But in the future, one of the X-Men in the future is sent back to prevent the catastrophe from happening and enacting the Sentinel program. Meaning, Rachel Summers takes over the body of Kitty Pryde, but she goes by Kate now.
Oh yeah, I remember, because when Hope Summers was born, it was like a miracle being brought on Earth to the mutant community, because this is the first time that a mutant was born since the House of M incident.
I mean, it's a good way to look at it.
Yeah, I might be exaggerating a little bit, but you get the point.
Yeah, I got it. In one of the famous storylines, when Apocalypse first appeared, Angel, Warren Worthington III, actually got his wings damaged during a battle, and in doing so, he made a deal with the devil himself, in Saba Noor, otherwise known as Apocalypse. And in doing so, he became Archangel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Apocalypse, yeah. There's mutant villains, and then there is Apocalypse.
Yes. Where he believes the strong will survive and the weak will perish.
Yeah, classic Darwinism philosophy, but I guess that's what makes him such a good villain.
Yeah. He actually appeared 10 years ago in X-Men Apocalypse, before Disney bought the rights.
Yeah.
In some way, Apocalypse is the X-Men's and X-Factor's greatest nemesis.
I mean, yeah, in a world where where mutants have their own individual type of villains, like for example, Wolverine has, Sabretooth, the Silver Samurai, and a few others.
Yes.
I would say that Apocalypse is definitely final boss material.
Yes, and it's true. Every X-Men character has their own rogues.
Yeah, their own ghosts.
Yes.
Of their past.
Speaking of which, this upcoming September is the upcoming game, the Wolverine game made by Insomniac Games.
Yeah, I haven't really seen the trailer since it first came out, but Yeah, I definitely know that title.
Yeah, it looks awesome, to be honest. I mean, so much action, so much blood. It looks awesome. At one point, one of the mutant kids asks if Wolverine's a superhero. He just says, "Nah, kid, I'm Wolverine."
He's so cool when he said that.
Yep. And I think Mystique is going to make an appearance in this game.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah. So is Sabretooth, Omega Red, the whole package, really.
Yeah, I'm probably not really going to buy the game when it comes out, if only because I have a bunch of other stuff on my wish list. But I'm definitely am going to check it out at some point. I'm probably just going to wait for like a sale or something on Steam, or I don't know, maybe it'll come out of console at some point.
I mean, that's a good idea. Speaking of Sabretooth, which I mentioned, he's kind of had it out for Wolverine since he left the Weapon X program, and he doesn't realize it.
Oh yeah, what was his name? Victor Creed.
Yes, that was his name. Yeah, he used to be in the Weapon X program with Logan until he left, and since then he's developed a grudge.
Yeah, and it's like an unnatural fixation. It's like every once in a while he just has the urge to say, "I'm going to get Wolverine.
Yeah.
There's no one going to stop me." And then they do, and they fight each other.
And who always comes out on top?
Yeah, anyone will. I don't need to say it because it's obvious.
Exactly. All right, I guess that's all the time we have. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next time.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah.